Good evening, all, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. I wanted to come before you today because I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind. And more than that, I just wanted to say hello to you guys because I know it's been a few months since I've done a video. Last done a video. I think the last one was a home block, I believe, because obviously for respectful reasons to the gods, I don't record the the main what's now Wicker half blocks, and we are now Holdendas of Fern Cedar, which is a name meaning guardians of Fern Cedar. The layout now refounded by the Witan of Holdendas of Fern Cedar. But anyway, welcome to this short video. I wanted to clear something up. There was a bit of confusion even with my brother, little Bjorn, when he mentioned it. So I felt like I needed, as well as, like I say, coming on and saying hello to you guys, I wanted to clear something up in the old, hold on, let me just see if I can go into it. The old Anglo-Saxon old wheel of the year. And I know at this time of year some get a bit confused because of the comparison to the Norse wheel, which is probably closest associated to the Icelandic wheel, and I'm going to explain why it is how it is for the Old English. I think I've figured out the reason. A lot of people I see now. I know it depends on what faith you are, what pantheon you follow, etc. Say, oh, happy Ēostre at the early equinox. We call it the early equinox. The Celts call it the spring equinox, or if you're Britain, Albanelia. That's the phonic name for it, according to my uncle and sources I've seen. We call this month Hrefermanaf, the month of the goddess Hrefer. Also, the arrival of our forebears in 499 AD. It was believed that Hrefermanaf, they arrived on this blessed, our forebears, the Anglecynn, seaxisc, arrived on these blessed oils. And the Jutes and the Frisians as well. Of course, we can't exclude the Frisians, because some believe that the Frisians come here as well and settled in parts with the Angles. But some people seem to get confused and say Ēostre in Old English seem to believe it's the same as what our Germanic brothers and sisters in northern Germania, Scandinavia, believe. And our forebears actually, by sources we have written down, from what we can tell, actually did celebrate it as a month, as a moon festival, as a month, and not at the equinox time like the Norse do. Now I've done a bit of quick looking up, and it does seem that the Scandinavians, the Norse, whatever you want to call them. I don't like that word Vikings, because Vikings was a word used for an event they did, which was basically an old word for pirates. But it seems that they celebrated what they know as Ostara, the same goddess as Ēostre, but they actually celebrate her at the early equinox, where we in Old English believe it actually to be in the whole month of what is modernly known by the Romans as April. Ēostremanaf. And I think the reason for this might be a bit clearer now. You might not be able to see this very well. This is the old Icelandic wheel. And as you can see, It's a bit back to front on here, which just makes it a whole lot harder. April there, and the old Icelandic words are actually they're a bit out of line with our wheel, with our old English wheel. And the reason for this is, if you think about the mainland, their time is a bit ahead of us, which kind of might explain it. Like, they're like an hour or two ahead of us, and we here in the many kingdoms of what form today Anglecynn, and in this massive oil we know modernly as the UK or Britain, we have what we call Greenwich Mean Time, which kind of like set the clocks, they believe. And even without that, because that's a much more modern invention, I think because the way Sunna provides light, goddess Sunna, times were seen different on different parts, on, you know, in different lands. So here, Ēostre was seen, it was celebrated as a moon here, for traditions of our forebears' understanding here, but it was also much later than the equinox, and this probably had something to do with the way Sunna shined on our land, the way Mona appeared as the full moon over here in the many kingdoms of our blessed oil. And for whatever reasons all this combines into, Ēostre is celebrated by our forebears of the Anglecynn, seaxisc, and the Friesans and Jutes that are on this island, the Isle of Wight, and all the other little isles. It was celebrated. To be believed in the month of April. The month of April, and was probably a whole month celebration rather than. It was probably done with celebrations throughout the month, but the main blot and the honour towards the Ēostre would have been, of course, on the day of the full moon, as all of our festivals probably were by our forebears. Now, a wicker half of Haldendez of Fernsidda always celebrate the Saturday nearest the full moon because of weekly commitments and work, etc. So yeah, it all kind of explains what, you know, the difference between how Scandinavia celebrate it and how their heathens celebrate it, and how a lot of, you know, Anglo-Saxon heathens that believe celebrate the way we do celebrate it by our own research. Ēostre was recorded by B. Germanicus, okay, yep, a Christian monk of Northumbria and a Roman, yep, I get that. But there are all these sources that are linked to the same sort of thing, meaning something must have been there, it must have happened. We have Beowulf poems, okay, we have to take bits from the Icelandic sagas as well. There are good sources that explain this, and it's all there. So I was going to put up a post about it, but I thought maybe you guys might like to see me on a video as you went to me for a bit. So here I am, wassail. So yeah, I've got David Chass. I've used his music before, and I got it on my Alexa today. So I'm hoping it won't be much different to like when I have it on the TV. So yeah, and if it is, I'm sure it'll get muted, and I can maybe have to do the video again, maybe without music or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to do this video today because I think a lot of people get confused and they go, "Oh, why are you celebrating the Ēostre in April? Because it should be done at the early equinox." And my reasons are, as just explained, the timing of Sunna, the way our forebears did it. It was celebrated as a moon cycle, and the blot was done on the day of the full moon. That was probably when they believed that Ēostre was strongly present in these blessed oils. So yeah, I really just wanted to share that with you guys today, as we head into Ēostre Monoth, coming to the end of Ēostre Monoth. Like I say, I believe Ēostre is the equivalent to the daughter of Funor, known as Flood. Many might disagree, but that's just my belief, because a lot of her elements seem to match up for me to Flood. But yeah, as well, it's the arrival of our forebears on these oils in 449 AD. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys and just say hello, like. But yeah, as we head into Ēostre. So Wasfuhail. Have a good upcoming Ēostre, and if you've already celebrated it with the equinox, I hope you've had a good Ēostre. I think, my personal view, if you're on an Old English heathen path, it's yet to come. If you're mainland Germanic or Scandinavian Germanic, happy Ēostre, happy equinox. If to the Celts, my Celtic friends and family, happy Albanhethin. Albanilia time, sorry, not Albanhethin, that's on the other one. Albanilia, I believe that's what they call it. And yeah, have a good evening, everyone. Thank you. Wasfuhail. Bye for now. I'm Ēostre Anglecynn. Farewell for now.